What does the fox say?
And now everyone is hello. Also,
What?
kitty.
Something spasming here.
Marshmallow. Crunchy corn, yum! Kitty paws. Pumpkin, yum! Now spicy. Ice cream, yum! Kitty paws. Ice cream, yum! Once we get to 350, I'll leave, I promise. Pinky swear. Now spicy. Hot dog, yum!
Do you like it when I'm freaky?
Hot dog, yum! Donuts, yum! I'm hungry.
I want to point out we're live. We just had to sit through that fucking retardation.
What are you talking about? That is the hottest new trend on TikTok.
I know, and it's fucking awful. I've seen things like it before. I was told there was going to be an Alex Jones meme worthy bit. I didn't realize it was going to.
I'm kind of retarded.
Yes, you are. We absolutely know you're a little retarded.
No, you have to blame that one on Larry because he sends that in the group chat. I wake up, I'm still like a little groggy. I make my coffee. I'm like, oh, what's Larry sent in the Twitter for the show? And that is the first video I see this morning.
Larry, why do you hate Ayrton? What did he do to you? How did he offend you?
No, I am weirdly entranced by this chick. I can like not look away.
Can we go back to talking about White Ninja? Because that hurt my brain way less than this.
Hey, now, this chick is some of the hottest propaganda from the Chinese government.
Yeah, so can you explain that? I'm so, like, I understand what she, like, it took me like 4 times to watch it to understand it.
I believe it starts with, one of them is communism, and the other one is hotness, and then they bounce together at just the right time.
So this is a TikTok trend, and the Chinese government doesn't let its citizens watch TikTok.
Well, yeah, because it makes
because of things like this. So basically, it's a trend that's been concentrating on TikTok. That's how you do super chats on TikTok, is you just read things like that.
But is that her, like, is she lip sync? Is that her voice? Like,
that's her voice.
Because she does like the like, that, was it like too spicy or something? And her voice gets like super weird. Like she's almost at like Mark Hamill levels of like voice acting in this video, and it's very, very intriguing.
Yeah, but I would actually want to listen to Mark Hamill voice act. I don't want to listen to that chick.
I don't know. I was intrigued.
But you know, when we see something
exactly
like this,
where your attention was drawn.
We need to see the duality with that Alex Jones clip as a palate cleanser for Rune.
Okay. Hold on, let me get that. I didn't actually get a chance to...
That sounds like your independent film you're working on, Larry. The duality of Alex Jones. A film.
That's actually a great idea. Dude, that would be an amazing like biopic, right?
You do it in the style of like a French impressionistic film where it's all black and white with Dutch angles and bad music.
Tequilas? The Alex Jones hadn't had a half bottle of wine, might just beat the hell out of you if you crossed him wrong. The Alex Jones that's alive, that's got so much juice, just like you've got that juice, has to suppress himself. I'm a guy that takes depressants, not pills, alcohol, because I can't handle the truth. And I know that's the issue. I can't handle how alive I am right now in the fight against these tyrants. And how hard I'm going to push to go after them because I'm so full of life and so full of resistance to these murdering pedophiles that want to get away with God's plan.
See, I just
I
want
love
Warner
it.
Herzog now to do a bit.
I'm out of here. It's relapse time.
So, if I was actually going to do an Alex Jones movie, do you remember the classic Call of Cthulhu meme involving Alex Jones?
Not offhand, because I get exposed to so many Call of Cthulhu
I-
memes.
I probably know it.
So there's a tabletop meme about the Call of Cthulhu game and somebody's making Alex Jones the character. Starting off as an athlete in college whose girlfriend gets kidnapped by the frog people
Oh
who
yes,
are trying to.
we read. I listened to this. This was hilarious.
Yeah, and then he later becomes a traveling salesman who encounters, strange cultists. And then he becomes a broken down husk of a man who the president of Miskatonic University lets broadcast on the radio station. And that's your movie right there. That's your Alex Jones movie. Alex Jones is a protagonist fighting against unnatural horrors of the mythos.
Hey, we need to get BC on the line because he could do it. He could do all the animation on the cheap for the
Well, I
Alex
mean, he doesn't
Jones
even do
Cinematic
he
Universe.
didn't even do the animation. Remember, the company he works for does it. What we need
Right.
to do is we need to get BC on the line and say, "Hey, listen, we need to have your employers set up a meeting with us."
Right.
Yeah, here's our movie idea. So should it be like a mixture of One Punch Man and Samurai Jack, but with Alex Jones as the protagonist?
I mean, there's lots of ways to do it.
I mean, if you're gonna do a weird movie like that, then you want to make Alex Jones One Punch Man.
See, I like the idea of him being like the resolute, like stoic sort of warrior, but it's still Alex Jones.
I personally think we need to take the modern biopic method, and instead of we don't call it the Alex Jones story. We just reduce it down to a single one word sobriquet, so it's Jonesin.
No, it's Inside Job. No, it's Inside Job because that was an old catchphrase Alex Jones's.
Oh.
Yeah, I have one of his bumper stickers on the back of my RV. And it says 9/11 was an inside job. It's great.
If we get BC and his production company to make it, my only request, because I don't presume money or any of that stuff. I presume just bringing them the idea and getting them to do it will be awesome enough. I just want a excuse for Alex Jones to be wearing a "It's Relapse Time" shirt.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I imagine if we make the shirt, we send it to Alex Jones, he might wear it.
I mean, I could only hope.
With a flash drive of the clip from the Powerpuff Girls reading, so he has the context.
I mean, I think it's better without the context.
That's fair, but I'm if we're gonna go that far with it, we might as well, go all out. See, but the reason I said like a musical with him as like a resolute, sort of stoic warrior is because of this video.
This is a very experimental episode.
It is.
Meant to be natural, and this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I mean, this is basically us sending up memes in the hope that church will manifest. We're sending Alex Jones signals to church.
By the way, Rune, in case you don't know, these are all actual quotes from him that somebody turned into a song.
Right.
Like, this is an actual rant that he went on.
I believe
it.
Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man.
This is the best part.
She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman. That woman number one is ugly. Smells, man. I told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. In a room, vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round, coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice and itself rising up against the millions pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
And that's why it should be a
So-
musical, Rune.
So hold up. I got two more things to go with this Alex Jones thing. Play the first of the last two videos. The second video and the
First of the
third.
last.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're using the first 15 minutes of our episode to make a movie. This is how the magic happens.
Right, so play
The
second
Alex Jones
one.
Explains Dune.
Yeah, play the second one and then the
Oh
third.
god, that's gotta be amazing.
All right, hold on.
Dun,
Alex
dun,
Jones,
dun,
please
dun.
come on the show. You are my hero. All right.
Supremacists! That term will be the future war with the robots and the AI. What you're hearing now is the entire future and everything they tried to stop us from doing. Our supremacy will not end with this planet. We will people the stars. We will colonize. We will green dead worlds. We will go interdimensional. We will unlock the secrets of the universe. God has laid them out like Christmas presents for his children. And I am extremely honored to be in the fulcrum and the heart of the fight to bring our race, the human race, in a race for the future. I am honored to be here. And we will break the enemy. We will break the pedophiles. We will break the Satanists because God already sent his own self down here to show us he could do it. God would never ask us to go through an obstacle course he wouldn't go through. And now we're going to go through what Christ did. And we're going to go through it, and we're going to be destroyed, but reborn on the other side.
His rants like that are like weirdly inspirational.
And,
Don't you guys
and don't
agree?
forget the very last one there, which is also it's a classic.
Oh, I'm pulling it up.
Free will, and there's a decision to which
Oh,
level
Jesus
we want to go
Christ.
to. So evil's allowed to come and contend, not just good. And the elites themselves believe they're racing using human technology to try to take our best minds and build some type of breakaway civilization where they're going to merge with machines, transcend, and break away from the failed species that is man, which is kind of like a false transmission because they're thinking what they are is ugly and bad, projecting it onto themselves instead of believing, no, it's a human test about building us up. And so Google was set up 18, 19 years ago. I knew about this before it was declassified. I'm just saying I have good sources, that they wanted to build a giant artificial system. And Google believes that
I'm
the
sorry.
first
My
artificial
favorite thing when he goes on those rants is his little asides. Like, I'm just saying, I have good sources, and then he just keeps going. I don't know why. I just love that.
intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity with billions of people wired into it with the Internet of Things. And so all of our thoughts go into it, and we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us, that are organic creatures, so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers, a true crystal ball. But the big secret is, once you have...
Jimmy, pull up the picture of Ava 01. God, look at the size of that thing. It'll rip your fucking face off. Wow. You probably couldn't use jiu-jitsu on those things. You think those robots have tried DMT?
And I just love how the next suggested video in my feed is if Delta Blues was metal. After this, I just wanted to point that out because I think that's funny. Anyways. Got a StreamYards link? Yeah, Matt. Give me a sec. I'll come hang out.
Who are we inviting in?
Go throw it at Matt.
Matt Mechanical?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, give me a sec here, buddy. You can come hang out. Anyway, so Hollywood. Hollywood has fallen. The title of the show. What we were supposed to talk about before I derailed everything with my Alex Jones nonsense.
I mean, can we start with Ron Perlman calling out the powerful?
Well, before we start with that,
Okay.
I want to talk about why this wasn't actually a segue. Because one of our own culture warriors, the creator of the Comicsgate independent comic, Mary Sue, who got famous for his doing art for Tim Pool, is joining Matt Walsh in Boomer attacks on Gamergate adjacent culture. And he's fighting
I'm pulling up this link that you put in. Okay. So George Axelopoulos, right?
Yeah. You are familiar with his
I seem to have missed
art?
that. Yeah,
He's
he's also doing the art for Razor Fist's book.
Yep. And he is now taking on Matt Walsh's thing because the hot new thing is trolling people and getting them angry so you can get Elon Musk bucks. So he decided to attack Neon Genesis Evangelion by saying it was overrated, which is a debatable but not unfair argument. But the thing is, like anything that's in a canon, you can't.
I've heard of Evangelion. What it's like some Japanimation shit,
Oh,
right?
Jesus Christ! Don't ask us to explain it.
Oh, it's simple. It's simple to explain. So Evangelion.
I mean, Alex Jones just explained it.
He did,
but it's like a Japanimation thing. Am I right?
It was one of the '90s anime that really kind of busted the doors open for the more widespread acceptance.
It is certainly all about busting. That is true.
And it's all about, how humans have problems, and those problems lead to people being separated from each other because we're all afraid of, contact and emotional connections, even though we need them to survive. And there's a war with giant robots.
Gay! It is very gay.
There's a guy who has a conflict with his dad. His dad made a half-alien clone of his mom that's implied that his dad's having sex with.
Which the son also wants to have sex with.
Which is, yeah. Then there's a hot half-German redheaded chick that the boy wants to have sex with, but the redheaded German chick doesn't want to have sex with him because he's a simp.
And because she's currently having sex with an older man.
Well, no, she wants to have sex with the older man, but he doesn't because the older man wants to have sex with the boy's foster mother,
Right.
who you know,
real quick, we have a full 4-person panel now. What's up, Matt?
What's that?
are you
What the
okay there,
fuck?
boy?
You guys can hear me?
Did you
Yeah,
go
we
to
can
church's
hear you.
microphone?
We can hear you coming all the way from Cybertron.
Oh, okay, very good. Oh yeah, my
Did you
voice is
power-
a bit fucking harsh right now, so I've been up for
Yeah.
like 6 fucking days. So
Did you drive to Church's house to borrow his mic?
No, you clearly went to Ayrton's place to borrow the potato.
no. I went to Mr. Mediker's place and got his microphone. Okay, come on.
No, but
Anyway.
seriously, it's like your microphone is
Was it that
is
bad?
awful
You're
right
either
now.
you're either
It sounds
gargling
like
gravel or you're trying to be a robot.
It
I mean,
sounds
I
like
sound like fucking gravel right now, but
it sounds like you have throat cancer and you have like the little throat cancer voice box.
just like Mr. Mediker. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But anyway, so the older man who Asuka wants to bang the foster mother figure for Shinji, who is a hot action girl who likes to drink alcohol, drive fast cars, and have the sex.
Whose official position is town bicycle.
Well, I mean, she's director of operations for the military compound that everybody works at.
Yeah, but she never actually does any of that. She's mostly the town bicycle.
No, she does that in several episodes.
I thought you were telling me about an anime, not a plot episode of Days of Our Lives.
This is the anime.
This is the anime. This is the anime.
And Larry hasn't even touched on the fun part that it's about the revelations, involves angels, and has the Spear of Destiny as a major plot point because it's the Bible too.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So the best friend for the foster mother is the head of IT for this and research for this place, who's also banging Shinji's dad. And Shinji's dad banged her mom until
Are you
Shinji's.
sure this is not an episode of Days of Our Lives?
No. This is all an anime. And
Okay.
her mom got killed by the first girl that Shinji wants to have sex with when she was like
by the
8.
way, I had to go turn one of my AC units on, so if it's loud, let me know and I'll adjust it.
And yeah, so all of this is because the Illuminati figured out that the Gnostic Gospels and the Dead Sea Scrolls are an actual plan to achieve apotheosis. They figured that out after an angel touched down in Antarctica and destroyed the world.
Oh, touched there by an angel, eh?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is that this manga and anime are so dense and so weird that knuckle-dragging mouth breathers decided it was high art.
I mean, let's back up
White
for a
Ninja,
moment.
I think, is high art.
Let's back up for a moment.
We know you're dumb.
So what Evangelion did was it concentrated on certain problematic aspects of the giant robot genre. Why exactly are we depending on teenagers to pilot the giant robots that are the key component to wars that generally involve themes of human evolution, dealing with conflict between elites and the masses, and then it used.
I always thought that was weird. When I was a kid, the Zoids series were kind of the big ones when I was a kid, and I loved them. I loved getting the models and like building them and shit because they would like move and stuff. But it was a weird ass show when you look back on it.
Yeah. But
I was
anyway,
into like Robotech and shit like that. I thought that was pretty cool, but like, Jesus, some of the weird shit that comes out nowadays, man.
Oh yeah. But anyway, so Evangelion focuses on that and uses all this weird psychosexual drama because the creator of the show had gone in and out of a mental asylum during the time frame he was writing this because he was so overworked and stressed out.
Do you ever watch the Cyberpunk series from Indigo Gaming, like the history of Cyberpunk? It's like a 3-part series. It's
I have
really
not.
well done. Oh, you should. Here, I'll throw a link in the in Church's Discord here for you here, right quick.
Right on. Right on. So
You
anyway,
really
so-
like
It sounds like you're talking. It sounds like you're talking from a cyberpunk era through your mic right now.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Anyway,
I'm going through
So-
my laptop,
anyway.
so it should be better than my stupid tablet.
So anyway, it's all of this stuff is all about, if you peel it all away, it just comes down to the fact that, hey, you know what? Being human is hard. We have conflicts that are based on our fear of acceptance. And that fear of acceptance is normally routed in our parents. And so you have to eventually just learn to deal with it to be able to live a normal life. That's the baseline of this whole thing.
Which is why you choke your not girlfriend out.
No, that's End of
What if-
Evangelion.
wait, what if-
Hold up.
what if she's
You're
into it?
hold up. You jumped too far for Ayrton. Because we haven't even gotten into the 2 movies and then the gay rebuild movies.
Right. I'm going to say, Ayrton, you have the correct meme for this. It sounds like gay.
So the TV series has a very hopeful ending.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side! Wait,
And it ends in a very hopeful. Yeah, that works.
That'll work.
And it has a very hopeful, positivist ending in the TV series because they ran out of money during the last 2 episodes. So they kind of had to just make shit up that all fell into place. So they did 2 follow-up movies. One movie was a slightly upgraded version of the series, and then the second movie was really fucking weird. So the second movie is basically an extended version of the last 3 episodes. In the opening sequence, Asuka, the redheaded...
Isn't that what Digimon did in the 90s or in the early 2000s?
They might have.
Like, I'm pretty sure the movie was like just an extended like season finale or some shit.
So,
Look,
End of
the more
Evangelion,
times you have
which
to
we need to
rework the
watch
ending to
with
make it work, the shittier it is. That's the answer.
So End of
Digimon was
Evangelion.
great. How dare you?
So End of Evangelion, which we have to watch with Ayrton now, because you've opened this door, Rune. We need to do this together as a family.
I did not open this door. You opened this door.
Sorry, I'm
well, no,
busy
you brought
reading
up
White
you
Ninja.
brought up End of Evangelion, and now I'm going to tell Ayrton about it.
No,
he's going to
you
want to
opened
watch
this door. You opened this door because you brought up someone's bullshit Twitter post about.
Right, but you mentioned End of Evangelion.
No,
and
it's in it's in the post. It's in the
Yes,
picture
but
with
Aaron-
Shinji there
Aaron didn't
creeping on
realize
his
it.
not dead, not girlfriend, choking her
hold
out
up,
because
hold
that's
up,
what the
hold up.
fucking show's about.
Aaron would have noticed that unless you've mentioned it.
But again, Rune, what if she's into being choked?
But
No,
anyway,
that's the entire point. The entire point of this stupid
No,
fucking
that's
show
not the point. That's
is
not
that
the point.
nobody's into it, but it's okay because
point.
Shinji's into it.
Hold up.
No,
That's not the
no,
point,
there
Rune.
are chicks
That's not
that
the
are into
point,
that,
Rune.
Rune. Trust me.
Number one, Aaron is correct, but number 2, that's not the point of the choking scene. Let me get back to explaining this movie. So, Aaron, the movie opens up with Asuka in basically a medicated coma, and Shinji wanks it out to her in the hospital. And then
What? No.
And then things start to get really weird where all of humanity melts and becomes part of a primordial soup together.
Wait, melts like butter when it's hot, or belts like you're belting a song?
Melts. Like the souls of all humanity turn into a goo.
Okay.
And Shinji leaves
everyone
the
likes a
goo.
good goo.
Yeah, so Shinji eventually leaves the goo because he's willing to accept pain and reality. And then Asuka...
there was... Somebody posted something about an anime clip where like some hot chick with red hair and like a cat suit gets on like a vintage like 1940s Harley Davidson and like does like a cool chase scene and shit. And I said, this is my specific fetish, and I was supposed to watch it with them. I feel like it was designed correct. What anime is that?
Ayrton, where do you get your clips that you put in the show?
A lot of them actually I pull in like edit down, like myself.
Mm.
I just think of,
But
I just think
anyway,
of shit that would be used.
but anyway,
and I
so
edit
let
them
me
down
get to the
myself.
point of the choking.
Sorry.
So Shinji leaves the goo, the primordial spirit goo, and he's like emotionally broken. Then Asuka washes up at the beach, but she's still in a coma. So Shinji, who's made the choice to enter reality again, and the only person he has to connect with is this German chick that he has this hot, angry, passionate, passive-aggressive relationship with, who refuses to make a emotional connection, is in a coma, and so he chokes her until she awakens from the coma and gives him an actual.
Wait. He hasn't. Does he have an emotional connection, not a sexual one? Is that what you're saying?
No. We're getting the emotional connection, Aaron. We're getting there. Just hold on. So because she's in this coma,
thank you, Matt, for laughing at that.
She's in this coma, and he chose to come back into reality to find her and other people, and she's in a coma. So basically, his choice before God ended up being screwed up and not working out right. But then she touches him, and then he starts crying, and he lets her go because she's there and she's willing to finally make an emotional connection with him. And that shows that it's worth embracing humanity. So it's not because Shinji's into choking
send
her.
me a YouTube. Send me a YouTube link to that scene, and I'll cut and edit it down. And
all right.
Put it as one of the reactions.
Okay, so it's not that Shinji's into choking, but it's that the choking.
They're all into choking.
I mean, there are a lot of guys in Japan who are into it.
The thing is about the show overall, okay, is that they want you to believe that the issue is that Shinji is emotionally stunted because of his father's abuses and neglect and the horrible living conditions they all exist in. Okay? But the actual problem is that it is, while analyzing an anime trope, completely falls into the anime trope that it doesn't matter what the fuck happens because Shinji's a very special chosen one and the entire universe bends to his will, which is actually stated in the fucking show.
Hold up. The reason he's the chosen one is because of his mom, who's inside the giant robot that he goes inside. And when you go inside the giant robot, it's about returning to your mother's vagina.
Right.
It's not that he's the chosen one. It's he's going inside his mom.
He went inside his mother's giant sex toy.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So his mother dies, and her spirit goes inside the giant robot,
which is a Japanese thing.
So he inherits her sex toy.
No. It's not her sex toy.
May as well be.
That you know of.
But the giant robot, when you go inside it, you're basically going back into the womb. You're going back inside the womb. So it's not that he's the chosen one.
Says, hold on. Who's Moto?
I don't know.
Mondo?
He says you are a failure.
Well, that's a lie.
All right. See.
That's like a lie bit. But anyway, so it's not so much that Shinji's the chosen one. It's that he's going back inside his mom's vagina. The show's called Church of
Failure. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You dumb fuck.
So he's successful because he goes back inside his mom's vagina. And Asuka's not successful because she goes back inside her mom's vagina, and her mom went crazy and tried to kill her. And killed herself. And Ray...
I have a clip of me trying to watch this show.
And it's just true.
And Ray, the other of the three principal characters, has a problem because she goes inside the vagina of the woman she murdered as an 8-year-old kid.
The thing is ultimately, no matter how you boil it down, okay, everybody wants this simp. Even the chick who says she doesn't want this simp. At the end of the story is literally her going, "It's okay that you choked me."
No, that's not the point.
Well,
that is totally how it plays the fuck out.
No, but that's literally not how it plays out
that
in
is
the
how
scene.
It plays out.
No, it's not.
This is why
It's the-
Evangelion is shit. We could eat the entire episode arguing about this, Larry. Nobody knows what the fuck Evangelion is about.
No.
Queer.
Anno
Yes!
actually said. Anno said expressly that's what it was about.
He
And
was
then
in
he
an
ma-
asylum
No,
on
no.
drugs.
He said that when he got out of the
He doesn't
asylum.
fucking know what it is.
But then he did the rebuild movies
weren't
because
we
he was
supposed
so tired.
Weren't we supposed to talk about the Hollywood strikes or some shit?
Hi,
We're
Mondo.
going to. We're going to
Sorry
here
if
in a minute.
we ignored you
But
there.
we're
I didn't
talking
realize.
about
I was
the
busy.
Illuminati who are using alien DNA to try to escape reality as a metaphor to talk about the studio bosses, Ayrton.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
So you're
See, all the
telling
hold
me-
on, Rune.
Wait, are you telling me the last 20 minutes has literally been Alex Jones' fever dream? And we're just experiencing
Yes.
what it is to be Alex Jones? Is that what this
So
is?
that's
Yes.
that's the thing. That's
Alex
the thing,
Jones has
Rune.
been right all along, you know.
When you get to a place of understanding and being able to really see what the elites are up to, you've read their papers. You don't need to take drugs like DMT and ayahuasca. You are just in their zone, in their dimension. You can perceive them. The psychic vampires that come down and try and leech on your energy and your mind and try and overtake humanity. And we are the fuck. I forgot what he calls it. God damn
We're
it!
human. We eat
But
red
anyway.
meat. We
Anyway.
fight things with our teeth.
But anyway,
Fuck, I was on the roll with that one and I fucked
But
it up
then-
at the end. God damn
then Anno
Ugh.
makes the
right.
rebuild series of
Ben's out.
Evangelion movies because he hates what the fans love about the
Animated
series.
Contest of Liberty.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So Anno made then the rebuild Evangelion series because he hated what the fans loved about the series, so he wanted to make fun of the fans.
So he pulled a Disney.
No. Disney's insecure about it. So Disney makes things to say, please like me. What Anno is like saying, oh, you really like this girl? Well, let me show you what she's actually like, you
No,
dumbass.
Disney doesn't say please like me. Disney says like, oh fuck you fans, you.
Well,
you
no.
man,
They say
child,
please like me. That's
crybabies."
the whole point of why they're turning redheaded
they
characters
say-
black.
They say that to Tumblr, not to the actual fan base.
Oh,
Right,
Aaron,
because they
I tagged in Church's Discord there with the Cyberpunk series from Indigo Gaming. I think you'll like it.
Right
a
on.
lot.
Okay.
No.
Really well
So
done.
anyway,
Like the history. of it.
Yeah, Discord is not opening at the moment, or else I would look.
So anyway, yes, we are going to talk about Hollywood being on strike, but I wanted to use the
that's
segue.
all I want to talk about.
What a shame! What a
Sorry.
shame! Oh my goodness.
So there's a lot of aspects to what the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild are striking about, but the big
Film
thing
Actors
is
Guild.
it's.
Fag Film Actors Guild.
I mean, you should have cut that scene. The nice going part.
You know, if I would have had time, I would have.
Yeah, I was looking for those videos because I just assumed somebody already had it clipped out on YouTube, but I couldn't find it. Anyway, so there are a lot of things going on. One of the things is that the studios are wanting to get day players. You know what a day player is, Ayrton?
That's like a jobber, right?
Kinda. So you show up at the
Okay.
front gate of the studio, and they say, "Hey, listen, we're doing this TV show about a bunch of chicks who show up at a dive bar, and you look like a guy who could play a bass player at the dive bar."
Okay, so a jobber.
We need you for a day.
Yeah, and they need you for a day of filming.
Yeah.
So all
so a
all sorts of
Jobber. The jobber.
right.
Just like what he said. Yeah.
right. So all sorts of major celebrities you might have heard of, like Will Smith, Leonardo DiCaprio, started out as day players.
Never heard of them.
Hey, Ayrton, are you using an acronym in the tracker there?
He is.
No, not at all. No, I'm not. It's the Film Actors Guild.
Anyway,
Alright?
so on several movies that were done by Disney was making day players sign a piece of paper that gave over perpetual likeness rights to their physical appearance and body movements.
Oh, fuck that.
Now that
and
allows
they-
them to use AI to fucking put their likeness into fucking movies from now on.
Forever.
And not only did that enable them
So-
to make their physical appearance a digital asset, it is arguable that they would then own the rights to that actor when that actor actually becomes big later.
Yep.
Well, so if I
And
was
you
a
wanna know
jobber
how
doing-
much-
doing
you wanna know
something
how
like this-
much-
hold
you
on,
wanna know how
Larry,
much they-
Larry, hold on. If that was me and I was doing a gig like that, I would do so many just wanking hand motions in front of the camera.
Well, no, they tell you what motions you make.
I don't care. I'm doing wanking hand motions. Like that's what you guys are paying for. Is
Well, anyway, as I was about to say, do you know how much they were paying actors for that? $300 to give up the eternal ownership of their appearance.
yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I made like $250 for like 6 hours of work in a studio once, and had to give up all the rights to all the guitar parts I wrote in that studio setting.
Now that's a
So,
little bit
you know.
different. That's a little bit different because
it's not
your
different. It's the
physical
same
body.
fucking thing.
No.
That's Ayrton's labor
Here's the
versus
thing.
owning Ayrton.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna make this comparison that'll make this clear. It's if Ayrton went to a studio and they said, we want to borrow your guitar. Not Ayrton, just his guitar. Right? And then they had perpetual ownership of the guitar. And if if Ayrton went and got a different guitar, they could sue him for infringing on their rights to his guitar.
Well, actually, no, Rune. It would be more like they bought the rights to my specific sound, because it's. I hate saying this because it sounds super pretentious and way up my own ass. But I have
it sounds like something the Film Actors Guild would say.
Right, but I have a very over like 20 years of playing guitar, I've developed a very distinct sound and style of my own that you can pull out if you were to listen to, if I were to give you guys something that I played in, you would be like, oh, that's
right, and they want to buy it, and then you're not allowed to ever use it again. You'd have to develop an entirely different sound, and they could still sue you.
So it's that specific tone, that style. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes into it with guitar as opposed to acting.
Except instead of a sound, it's your literal, physical, visual likeness. Who you are when you're 20 years old.
What you sound like, your voice, everything. You couldn't even use your own voice in anything.
Just get some new tattoos and develop a smoking habit, and you'll sound and look different.
That doesn't cover it, actually. That's still covered with your perpetual likeness.
Yeah, that word perpetual is the key. So no matter what changes you make, they continue to own your likeness.
I missed the perpetual part. That's my bad.
And it gets a little bit complicated with justiciability. It's also impossible. It's also impossible to even sue over that because of how justiciability works.
Okay.
The other major thing that both the Film Actors Guild and the Writers Guild are agitating over is the streaming money. So on regular TV, there was the old formula: 20 episode seasons, 5 seasons, 100 episodes. You start getting your money for residuals. There's no formula like that for streaming. It's basically you get a truckload of cash, and then you get residuals when the streaming services say, "Okay, you've earned residual money. Here you go."
Yeah, that's
the problem is, the problem is there's no actual data for the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild to determine if the studios aren't lying about how much money they're due.
Okay, so
because unlike because unlike broadcasting cable, where it's spelled out for X number of views on Y broadcast platform, you're paid Z. It's basically, we pay you what we say is your share of the residuals for the broadcast on the platform that we control and that we don't release any of the data on.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but again, in the example I used of me
But
getting paid
hold
like
up,
200,
hold up. It's worse than that. It's much worse than that. Because other than Netflix, none of the streaming services actually make money.
Hello, Jeff Bader. So
all of the other streaming services are loss leaders.
Hold on, Larry. So that analogy or that joke analogy I used where I got paid $250 to do some studio work, that was real. That was a real thing I did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And
he's not proud of it, but
yeah.
I'm just
no, so I'm still friends with the guy I recorded for and stuff. But our deal was I will record some guitar parts for you for a few tracks. You can take those guitar parts, use them however you want, because you're paying me to produce this specific material, and that was it. Like that was the sole bit of our deal. I'm not going to sit there and go like, oh hey, this song, my guitar isn't. Hold on, let me finish.
You're off to the races, and you're skipping an important part of the process. Streaming came into existence.
No, I was getting there.
Okay,
I was getting there. No part of our deal was my guitar is in this song. You're releasing this song on, let's say, Spotify and YouTube, which has been done, and I want residuals because you put them on the streaming service, and you get so much money for that. So I want a percentage. No, the deal was you paid me this flat rate to do this very specific work.
But that's not what they're doing. What they're doing
you also skipped another step here. So for TV and broadcast, there are things that were already ironed out by the guilds and the studios as part of the contract system. So when the streaming services came up, actors said, okay, well, how do we get our residuals? And the studio said, don't worry, we'll just send you
ad
residuals.
revenue. They said ad revenue, but then that didn't work either. Yeah.
So they said, we'll give you a percentage. Don't worry about it. And now it's time to renew the contract, and they're saying, okay, so how do we work out the percentages? And the studios are saying, oh, you're being unrealistic. We can't give you a percentage of this money.
Right. So
they were told we're gonna take care of you, and now it's time to renew the contract, and they're not taking care of them.
The missing element here that makes this clear is we have to again compare this to something that's physical. If you go to a bar, Ayrton, and they say we'll pay you $50 to perform tonight, and that's the same $50 that you get for performing anywhere in any other bar, right? Everyone agrees. $50.
And Ayrton says usually I get 75 for taking my pants off, but okay.
Sure.
Well, it depends on if the donkey's there. If the donkey's provided or not.
But a new place opens that says it's not a bar. It's a dining experience. It's a bar in all but name, right? So you go and you're like, "Hey, can I perform here?" And I'm like, "Sure, we'll pay you the going rate." And you're like, "Cool," which in your brain is $50, the $50 to which you're entitled for all other bars everywhere. So then when you go to get paid, they give you 25, and you're like, "Hey, that's not what we agreed upon." And they're like, "Well, we'll give you the rest later." And you're like, okay.
See, but the problem with that,
and then you stand there with your hand out, waiting for that later, and it never comes.
See, but the problem with that is someone saying, "I'll pay you the going rate." I wouldn't just say okay. I'd be like, okay, so $50.
Right. So here's the thing.
But we're back to talking about this. So it's Ayrton.
So it's their fault for being retarded.
That's pretty cheap.
Here's the thing, Ayrton. In this example,
right, buddy?
Back to it's talking about Hollywood. In Hollywood, you don't question when somebody says you pay the going rate. You take the going rate because that's the rate.
Because there's also a thing. So let's say you were an actor, Ayrton, and I'm your agent, and you're gonna go do a streaming thing for Paramount, and you say, "Well, what about the payment?" I said, "Look, baby, you're doing this thing for Paramount, right? So that means that the director who's doing this thing,
baby, ever again."
So anyway, you're doing this thing for Paramount, and the director's also doing a thing for Sony. So you need to basically eat this on the Paramount side so we can get you paid on the Sony side. So that's how it works in Hollywood. You can't rock the boat on one thing or you lose everything.
Okay, but you still agreed to it. So fuck
well,
you.
you
I don't
agreed
care
to
if
it.
you don't
You
get
agreed
paid
to
what
it
you
under the implication that they would make it right on the next contract. And now it's time for the next contract. They're saying, no, we're not going to make it right. And you agreed in principle. Well, no. You had an oral agreement with the studios. They were going to make you whole when the next contract came up, and they're now telling you to go fuck yourself.
Oh,
well,
made
that's
an
why you don't
oral
do oral
agreement.
agreements.
He's getting his whole ring.
The thing
Jesus.
is that under the previous system with TV and film, right? That oral agreement, even if it's oral, had backing because the guild could actually say, "Look, man, we know it's an oral agreement. Oral agreements are bullshit, but this is how we do things. Be a champ, pay your bit."
Now,
and business proceeded.
Now here's the real problem. All of the streaming services except Netflix lose money. All of the streaming service companies, including Netflix, tell their investors that they make money. If the actors get a cut of the streaming, however that's determined, it could lead to the executives of those streaming platforms having to admit to federal regulators that they're committing fraud on their stockholders, which is a crime, which could put them in jail.
Well, they wouldn't want to admit that now, would
That's
they?
a whole different. That's a whole. That's a whole different thing.
No, it's
a bag of
directly
snakes.
connected.
They're connected.
So the studios don't want to give the actors money because if they do, then they run the risk of having senior executives in the studio go to jail for crimes.
You got to think of it like a Russian nesting doll. Okay.
Yeah.
They were already committing. They were already committing fraud, and they would continue to commit fraud if they could while paying the fair wage. But they can't pay the fair wage, and they want to continue committing fraud.
And if they pay a fair wage, then the fraud is exposed.
See, but the thing is, like, if you're not retarded, you get a written agreement, or if you have a verbal agreement, you have your phone recording while you're making said verbal agreement.
If you have a written agreement, if you say I want a written agreement, you'll never work in this town again. And if you release the recording, you'll never work in this town again.
Okay.
Which brings
us
to
you eat the shit sandwich and you say it tastes delicious.
No, but see, that's the thing is you're taking out the context of the age we're living in with like social media, Twitter, Instagram.
No, that doesn't matter.
Hold on. Let me make my point. If let's say you can build like Gina Carano, for example. Let's say you have this beloved following like she does, and you release a tape that says like, yes, we're going to do this for you, and it's all they're recorded and they didn't do it. You're going to face more backlash.
No, you're not.
From not. Yes, you are.
Because
look at the backlash.
Gina Carano is basically unemployable in the system right now.
Your example actually doesn't work because she did
Kevin Sorbo is unemployable in the system.
She did her back and forth after The Mandalorian, and now her career is officially going nowhere. She is Gina Carano, that person who got screwed and got back, and that's it.
Basically, Gina Carano, Kevin Sorbo, and the like, they can only get employed by indie film guys who want to have this edgy named celebrity
I mean,
and
to be,
they basically
to be fair,
get paid like 50 grand for like 3 days work.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair, while
but
Kevin Sorbo likes to talk about being Christian and how this is really not okay in Hollywood, he was an avowed asshole that no one liked working with, which
but
doesn't help.
but let me finish what I was saying though. Like, so Gina Carano got fucked with the Mandalorian thing and the contracts and whatnot. Look at how quickly people stopped watching the Mandalorian after that happened. I'm not talking about her getting more work. Hold on, let me finish.
The thing
let me finish.
Alex, the thing is that you're making a false equivocation. You're implying by extrapolation that if she hadn't been kicked, people would still be watching The Mandalorian. They drove that shit into the ground whether Gina Carano was there or not.
Rune is correct.
No, but I'm talking about like season two specifically. Season 2 specifically.
Yes. They were driving season 2 into the toilet.
Yes, but it would have done better if they hadn't had fucked her over so publicly. That's
so in other words, you're saying instead of crashing into the poop in the toilet, it would have just crashed into the urine.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
For another 12 episodes.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying because Hollywood is still garbage.
So now we're gonna pop over to the Writers Guild. So the Writers Guild has 2 sets of demands that are basically no-goes for the studio. One also involves AI, which is AI in writing, because the studios have been using AI for writing. Though nobody admits to it.
Of course they have.
They have been using ChatGPT.
Yeah, no doubt.
to write things.
Have you seen the shit they've been coming out with lately? Holy fuck.
And there is a strong case that Rings of Power was strongly written or edited by ChatGPT, one of the early versions. And so they want to regulate how much the studios can use that technology. Because right now, the technology is hot garbage for writing. It's passable for editing, but it's hot garbage for writing. If you want something of quality,
right? I mean,
you could probably write
AI art in general, right?
No, AI art in general. AI art has gotten very good. Like, I mean, take a look at what I have.
Except for the fingers, no.
Fingers, they've caught up. The finger thing is now a rarity. They usually have 5 fingers in each hand.
Experience with the. I was more talking about our experience with the music AI. Like, it's serviceable, but you couldn't write a whole
that's right. That's right now. That's like the baby. That's the baby. They're just starting. Once they get caught up to where everybody else is, it's going to be very good.
So,
but let me get back to explaining the whole thing here. So what they're wanting to do is limit what the AI can do in the script writing process. They're not saying you can't use it. They're wanting to limit what it could do. They're wanting to say if it does certain things, there are going to be certain people on the writing team who do it. They're going to get specific credits for what they do with the AI so that we can all know what the AI did, who was responsible for managing the AI, and also limiting the total amount AI can do. They also, on a side deal, there's a whole thing about writers' rooms, which kind of gets complicated, but the way the streaming shows work is they get like 20 to 30 people in a writer's room. And the writer's room bullshits a whole bunch of stuff, much like we're doing now. And then 2 or 3 people condense that stuff into a show. So what they're saying is they want to have a cap on the number of people in the writer's room. And they want to have, like, actual percentage of people in the checkbox.
You mean they want to reduce the number of people in the writer's room to an actual manageable level so that something coherent comes out?
Well, no. They want to make it a cap of 13. I think that's way unmanageable.
No, you can still work with 13, especially because it's uneven.
Still, I think 13 is too many, but
probably
regardless.
But I mean, that's greatly reduced from 30.
And they also want to make sure that in that 13, you have a certain number of people for each of the checkboxes. So that's a whole other element to that.
So Jeff Fader actually gave me a brilliant idea. So we need to feed an AI 10,000 hours of Alex Jones, and then feed it. Who's the guy who wrote the Alien movies? What's his name?
Fucking same guy that did fucking Avatar. Cameron. James Cameron.
Well, no, Cameron didn't actually write all of it, but yeah. But I think though we should definitely use Commander Classified's microphone for the voice for the movie.
So we do 10,000 hours of Alex Jones and 10,000 hours of Alien movies. Mash that together into a script and then feed it into like a digital animation AI, and then let's just release
let the horror show emerge.
So here's where we get to what happened today, which I find fucking hilarious because people misconstrue what's being said because they're too busy huffing farts. Okay? There are a couple of actors I follow on the Twitch space.
Hold up. There's a second part of the Screen Actors Guild, the Writers Guild demand I want to get. It's also connected to percentages off of streaming services. Right. One of the writers for the She-Hulk show claimed he got a $365 residual. And
which is
I know
way
a guy.
Too much money.
Hold up. I know a guy who's written for 2 shows, and I asked him about what he got for his residuals. He's written for 2 shows he gets residuals off of, and 2 movies. And so he shared with me his money and his numbers, and what it sounds like is the guy from She-Hulk kind of sort of lied. I think what the guy from She-Hulk said, quoted, was his number he got for the week for his residual. Because this guy
still too much money.
Which, because the guy I talked to said for 2 streaming shows and 2 streaming movies, he gets $40,000 a year in residuals.
Jesus fuck.
Now, in the guy I talked to's case, he also was a supervisor. He was also a supervisor in the script room, so he got some extra points on his salary and all that. But this guy in question only had 1, maybe 2 credited episodes of She-Hulk that he wrote or co-wrote, and you only get a lesser percentage based off of if you share writing credits.
I can write that garbage, make $40,000 a year. Fuck yeah.
Right, but here's the thing.
How do I get on the racket? Like, come on.
Well, here's the thing. To get in on that racket, Ayrton, you have to have the right friends. That's how those people get hired.
I'll
No.
suck a cock or two.
No. You those aren't the right friends, Ayrton. Basically, all these people were friends. all these people were friends in high school. They were friends in college. Most of them are 2nd or 3rd generation Hollywood, so they were friends growing up.
So you underestimate how charming I can be, Larry. I mean, I hate people
but
as a rule, but I can schmooze my way in.
No, I'm saying you don't have the capacity to schmooze your way in because these people have been connected to each other since we're like 8 or 9 years old.
I grew up near where like Ted Nugent and Madonna and shit like lived. Like I can do, and Eminem and whatnot. I can do it.
Then why haven't you schmoozed? And where's my $10,000?
Yeah. Anyway, so
the problem is I hate people. Remember that was the main.
Then you can't schmooze, can you?
But yeah, so those are
I just hate interacting.
Yeah, but those are the major demands for both the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild of America. To which the studio said,
are they hiring scabs?
No, they're not. To which the studio said, well, we can't pay you that money, but what we're going to do is we're going to call in the federal arbitrators to force you to making a deal.
Oh, Jesus.
So they're going to call in Joe Biden.
I mean, we already
strike
knew,
of the writers, the actors.
That the feds. I mean, the feds have been involved with the movie industry since like World War II.
Oh no,
like okaying scripts,
no,
writing
it's
them
much
off.
worse than that. It's
you
much
know.
worse than that, Aaron. Every time there's been a writer
I
or
know.
Actors Guild
I'm
strike,
sure.
the next year there's been a recession.
Has there?
Yes.
I'm gonna have
And
to
this is the
verify
first.
that. But
And this is the first time both have been on strike in 60 years.
okay, good. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Fuck Hollywood. Let it all burn. Let it all burn to shit. Me and Rune, we're gonna move to Hollywood. We'll get a place on Hollywood and Vine together. It'll be great. We'll live in my RV. I have a bunk. I don't know if you can climb up into it.
Well, I mean,
because they're crippled.
actually,
But,
they have
you know,
tons of homeless people who live in Hollywood in RVs.
yeah. But no, I'm saying I don't know if Rune can climb into the spare bunk because you have to like climb up a ladder and he's crippled.
Look,
you know?
mate, we'll just cuddle. Okay? What happens in the RV stays in the RV. Shut up.
I live in an RV.
But here's the thing.
No cuddling, though.
A couple of hours ago.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it, Matt?
Dude, I've been living in RVs for like 30 fucking years now. I love it. It's fucking great.
I lived in this one for like 2.5 years and then went into a cottage and then moved back into this in April, and I love this so much better.
Yeah, hey, you know what? You own your own home. You can pick up and go whenever you want. Fucking Dunskies.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great. Anyways, sorry.
Just give me a second.
But yeah, Rune,
he's having second thoughts about his life choices now, right?
Let's
he
go
must
down to
be
Hollywood
an
and Vine, Rune. We'll scab as writers. It'll be great.
So here's the thing. There are a couple of actors that I follow on the Twitch space. Okay? Some of them I follow because they're halfway decent people. Like Carl Weathers is actually a fucking saint. If you've never drifted through his Twitter, he is not a nasty word for anyone. Okay? Tony Todd's pretty fucking mellow. But a couple of people that I follow are just for the hilarity. Either because they said something smart or they said something stupid. James Woods often says things that are fucking retarded. It's hilarious.
I love James Woods. He's hilarious.
Right. Commander, stop filleting the microphone, man.
Your mic went to shit again, man.
But Ron Perlman a couple of hours ago.
Ron, I'm going to pee on my hands and shake Donald Trump's hands,
Right.
Perlman.
Right. People are describing it as he issued a warning. The media is all over him that he made a menacing threat. He did not. It's more funny
He said,
than
"We
that.
know where you live."
No.
That's like when I say drone.
He didn't.
That's
No,
like
he didn't say we know where you live. Okay. He told someone who said we're gonna wait until the people striking start to lose their jobs. Man, they know where you live.
See,
you
that's
know
like
why
when
they
I
know where
say
they-
drone
hold on.
operators. Hold on. It's like when I say drone operators have families.
Mhm.
Just throwing it out there.
Rune, do you know why these people know where those executives live? Is because they've gone to parties there.
Right.
They've gone to orgies there.
No, see, the thing is, it's not just that, and everyone's jumping on Ron Perlman, going like, "Oh, thinks he's a tough guy because he plays tough guys in movies and shit." No, he's basically pointing out what some of the elites seem to have forgotten: the Fight Club principle. Okay. Best scene in Fight Club, among many good scenes, is we drag the guy in the bathroom, we hold him down with the rubber band around his balls, and point out that these are the same people, the people who are currently on this strike, who bust their tables, get their trash, watch them while
me
they
with
sleep.
A good time.
They
go
keep
your
their
garbage.
security.
We watch you while you sleep.
We watch you while you sleep.
Don't fuck with us. Yeah.
Right.
Dude.
And the
So-
thing is, it's specifically calling out Iger because supposedly Iger made 27 mil last year.
Mhm.
While Disney burned.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm
As-
just
as
saying,
it
if you're a
should. Fuck
Disney shareholder,
Disney.
you should demand that the board fire Bob Iger.
Right.
You should also demand that that a independent auditor be hired to investigate the allegation that the Disney board illegally bought cryptocurrency and hid it, and then lost a ton of money, and then fired Bob Chapek to hide the fact that they committed fraud, and to have 3 major executives, including the president of General Motors, to keep them from going to jail because of the implication that they committed grand larceny and grand theft.
Wait,
And you
wait.
should make
The
a motion
president
to
of
sell
General
Marvel to us
Motors.
for
Hold on.
12.37.
Oh, I'm not worried
Hold
about
on.
that.
Just a second.
I'm more worried about what they're doing to the kids. That's my big fucking thing.
Just a second.
Never
So,
that the Jews gonna Jew, but you know, Jesus, the kids, leave the kids alone, right?
so hold up. So, Rune, or
Yeah.
not Rune, Ayrton. So,
Yeah.
the Disney board of directors has a lot of people who are also executives in other companies.
Yeah.
One of them is, I believe, the president of General Motors. I got to look it up. So the Disney board of directors allegedly, and I'm going to again say allegedly, authorized Bob Iger to buy cryptocurrency from Sam Bankman-Fried, and that cryptocurrency shit the bed, and that is fraud. Now, had that cryptocurrency not shit the bed, it wouldn't have been fraud.
Sorry, here's a meme when me and Rune get down to Hollywood, and we start going to parties and shit.
So I'm saying, in addition to firing Bob Iger,
sorry, the gentleman, Mr. Crescent, we are live, Ayrton. Hey,
$20 right here.
Who are you? I might be an asshole, but I don't remember who you are.
But anyway,
this is me and Rune hanging out in Hollywood.
I believe I have a better picture of you and I hanging out in Hollywood. I just need a minute.
Okay. And Matt, fix your fucking mic. God damn it. Take it out of Megatron's ass.
Yeah, I know. I'll get on it.
But yeah, so that's the thing.
More than meets the eye.
Sure thing, Soundwave.
But yeah, so that's the thing, is in addition to the fact, oh, by the way, Bob Iger's current year in Disney has lost so much money. The last time there was a Disney CEO who the film division lost this much money with, the board fired that CEO and hired Bob Iger to be CEO of the company.
Hired Bob Iger again.
No, they hired Bob Iger the first time when there was a CEO who lost this much money.
There you go, Ayrton. In the show links is an excellent example of you and I in Hollywood.
So Bob Iger has decided to come out hard and say that the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild are being unreasonable, because again, as I said, this all comes down to the fact that Disney and everybody else except for Netflix doesn't want to reveal the fact that the streaming platforms have been losing money.
But by the way, I'm Batman. You're Robin. Because I have the same tits as Adam West.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember,
I mean, right now it's a black screen, but.
But remember, Adam West and the guy who played the Riddler both showed up to orgies together.
No.
And they stayed in character.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, they stayed in character, but no, it was Adam West and Burt Ward also used to go to orgies and would sell it on the fact, hey, I'm Batman, he's Robin. People were into it.
Again, Rune, I have the same tits and the same biceps as Adam West in this picture. So you're right.
That's why I grabbed the picture, because I think the obvious answer is that was
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Exactly.
But I want to have a good positive palate cleanser about Hollywood here.
Okay.
Talking
No,
about
no,
Adam
no, no.
West and Burt Ward having orgies wasn't it?
No. This here is a good positive. This is a good positive palate cleanser. If you want to play that for a moment.
Dude, if we're going to Hollywood orgies, I'm gonna need some of that liquid IV shit, and you're gonna have to carry. Oh, yeah, this is a good video, but you're gonna have to carry like a Camelback or some shit. All right, hold on, give me a sec.
Well, I still got my mom's wheelchair. I can recharge that shit. We can bring it. Then we have a portable.
Oh, fuck, dude, fuck yeah, that's perfect. Anyways, here.
So let's play this video for the people.
I understand that business and I enjoy my kind of interactions with it. But that said, I am always looking for ways to kind of remove myself from it to kind of just live as normal a life as possible. Today, doing this is a very rare thing for me to do. Yeah, I definitely think it has been an ongoing thought, which is don't lose yourself. I've seen so many people come before me lose themselves, and I've had friends that I've grown up with that aren't friends of mine anymore because they've lost themselves to this business. And I just am really, really keen to focus on what makes me happy, which is my family, it's my friends, it's my carpentry.
Sorry, they're
my golf, the charity that my mum runs. Like, that is the stuff that makes me really happy, and that's the stuff that I should protect. My relationship is the thing that I keep most sacred. I don't talk about it. I try my best to keep it as private as possible. We both feel very strongly that
We
is
all
the
know you're
healthiest way for us to move on as a couple. So I do try to keep as removed from it as possible. But you'll never see me at an award show that I don't have to be at. I'm never going to a red carpet event that I'm not in the film of. You know, I don't want the attention when I don't need it.
This guy.
So,
And also,
you know,
in addition to this,
well, hold on. It's a good sentiment. I like what he's saying, but other actors have said the same sort of shit.
hold up, Ayrton.
Okay.
There's an additional bit that wasn't in this clip. He talked about how when he first started in the business, he was a little alcoholic, and how he got through his alcoholism.
Well, I mean, he's British, so of course.
Yeah. And this is the sentiment that keeps him from sliding into his alcoholism.
So not becoming Daniel Radcliffe.
God damn it! Sounds like you're gonna take the Allspark from him. Jeez.
Da, 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 da.
So, would you want to go back to kicking Disney in the balls?
Always.
So I saw this tweet here. This tweet really sums up why I've been lost in all these new Star Wars TV shows.
Oh, dude,
so this is a
Star
tweet
Wars
from.
Is so gay.
Well, hold up. So this is a small thing, but I want to talk about it. It's a tweet from that scuttlebutt, and he says, "Okay, I understand this is a huge nitpick. Why do the costumes in all the Disney Star Wars shows look like they've never been worn? Nicely pressed suits, no dirt or wear and tear. Everything is so clean and shiny, and there are probably screws holding that back wall together. So why is it that the costume and art design for the Disney Star Wars streaming shows looks so sanitary and fake?"
Because Disney is sanitary and fake.
Because those look
like this
three
fits in the
costumes
middle.
there.
Hold on.
Star Trek all pristine.
Matt,
you sound like you're strangling your garbage disposal.
It sounds like you it sounds like you shoved your mic up the devil's asshole and you're talking through it. But
Here's the thing.
so
I'm gonna answer this question.
Hold on.
I just want to answer the question on the practical level, and then I'll let you resume, Ayrton. It's because they want to reuse as much as possible, because then it's cheaper. That's the practical reason, right off the top.
Well, yes.
Continue.
All of this is because people are being greedy.
So this bitch in the middle, right? Her leather jacket, as somebody who has been riding motorcycles for half my life, and who has had a number of leather jackets and vests and stuff like that. This is pleather. She's not wearing actual leather. You can tell by the shape, by how thin it is, by the way it sits on her, the folds in it. That's not how leather works. She's wearing a cheap, like $40 pleather jacket with fake fur on it.
Now, Eric,
why are you wearing fake fur? You're in an interstellar spacecraft that should have climate control. You don't need fur on your collar. You goddamn dumb cunt.
Ayrton.
Yes.
It costs $40 to make it. They sell it at Disney for $250.
Also, her bomber jacket has furry bits on it.
Whoa, it costs $40 to buy it. It costs.
No, it doesn't.
Ayrton,
no, it doesn't. If you go to Disney to buy that jacket, it's $250
to make.
Ayrton, you're also
no, it costs
forgetting.
I don't care.
Disney
it costs
to buy
$7 to make. It should be $40 on Amazon.
Ayrton, you're also forgetting the Star Wars axiom.
I'm gonna
Star Wars is based on World War II. It's a bomber jacket because pilots wear bomber jackets, and that's as much thought as George Lucas ever put into the setting.
I mean, George Lucas never had anybody wearing those kind of.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, hold up. This is based off of characters made by Cowboy Dave Filoni. Before
Vader, maybe it's from an Ewok she scalped.
and George never had any costumes like this. That was entirely Dave Filoni's idea.
I still feel that it falls well within the range of we didn't put any more thought into it other than pilots wear this.
A pleather bomber jacket.
Because
look up Star Wars Rebels bomber jacket.
God damn it. $71 for a pleather bomber jacket with fur on the collar.
Is that one for Star Wars Rebels though?
Sorry, my internet is so bad right now. Hold on.
This
is the same fucking jacket this bitch is wearing.
Your internet functions like Commander
$25.99 to $130 Like that's the cost on this shit. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the exact one because the ones that they are selling most online that I'm seeing, most of them are cheaper versions.
Dude, so Levi's men's faux leather Sherpa aviator bomber jacket, $24.99 to $129.20.
Right, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah,
we're talking about the official Star Wars product.
You can run some SEM fucking stuff on there that I run on interiors of cars, and it would be great. Like you can put any color you want on there, and then just add some little badges and shit like that. So it's under $70.
Yeah, you just put some faggy
so hold up.
Patches on and
so
shit, and
hold up.
You have a Star Wars jacket.
I'm gonna share you a link to an officially licensed one of these jackets.
Well, I'm looking at just like the base cost of like the cheapest one I could find.
Pull it up. You know, so pull this up. This is an officially licensed jacket. That's not even the same jacket. The same jacket would be actually more, but this is an officially licensed by Lucasfilm jacket.
LucaJackets.com. Holy shit, this is so gay.
But this is actually licensed.
This
So
this is gayer than me and Rune moving down to Hollywood and Vine in my RV. Like,
Yeah,
holy
someone would at least have fun in that RV.
shit. Yeah. Vegan. Wait. Vegan leather and real leather? How? What?
and that's $189.
That means that leather doesn't cast a shadow. So
Now here is a licensed replica of Finn's jacket, which was originally Poe Dameron's jacket.
It's cool looking. Besides the gay patch on the
And then now
on the
pull the one that's the licensed version of Finn's jacket.
I
just put it in here.
I think that's where you're having problems, Ayrton, is that you're not gay enough to understand this logic.
you don't look like that guy, do you? Because that guy looks gay.
So
no, my hair is way better than that guy.
So click the Etsy link there and pull it up.
All right, hold on. This is officially licensed and it's on Etsy?
Officially licensed. Yes. There are people who have licenses who use Etsy as their shop.
The design is cool, but God, this is so bad.
That is
like,
that is a
look at that stitching.
That was a
that
replica.
stitching isn't even even.
That was a replica of what was in the movie.
Let's see. Real leather.
It was in the movie. Why wouldn't I want it within the movie?
But
what?
But the stitching's not even. What the fuck is this shit?
But it was in the movie.
That's.
Come on, it's licensed. Who cares, right?
Within the movie, Ayrton.
Wait, what are the options you can do?
Can I? How downy do I have to act for you to understand this?
Come on, just like buy current product and get excited for next product. Come on, guys.
I want to point out. Commander Classified's mic has been shit all night, but it became crystal clear when he said, "Consume product, get excited for next product."
Okay, but besides this bit here, like the random buckle in the center that makes no sense and does nothing.
No,
like the overall design of this jacket is good.
Now I'm going to give you a third sample, third data point in the sample. This is from the latest Star Wars Vidya game. So this is you buy the same jacket as the Vidya game character.
I mean, I can't.
And these are made by the same.
So much.
And these are made by the same children in Vietnam.
Same one that makes your iPhones?
Fuck. What the fuck am I looking at? Jesus Christ.
This is a jacket based off of the Star Wars Jedi Survivor video game.
That's not going to do anything for you.
Well, you could say you have the same jacket as the character in the video game.
Doesn't look like Jedi Survivor.
There's not even an actual picture of the jacket. It's all just from the game.
Oh, it kind of does, but you know.
But then I get to be the Jedi Survivor.
Yep. So $150 to $200 is what a replica of a leather jacket from Star Wars costs.
Okay, so I assume you guys
does it come with the rebreather, or I don't know.
No, it doesn't. Rebreather you have to buy separately.
If it actually came with a small robot, I'd be interested.
You know how much
BD one is pretty cute. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Do you know how much a small droid costs?
Cute.
A small droid costs $200.
No.
Well,
no. Not a toy droid.
Hold
I
on.
mean, if it came with an actual droid.
Oh yeah, I want a real BD one because that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like he's funny. You know.
So, as the resident biker in the group, right? I can go to the local leather shop that they have boots and saddlebags and vests and jackets. I can get an actual leather jacket that's like armored and reinforced with Kevlar and shit for like $190. Plus, you know, the guy gives me a discount because he's cool, and I live here. But
You have
still,
you have a basic problem in your calculation, Ayrton. It's called you don't suck cocks.
But yeah, that's
you can get an actual protective jacket. Like somebody could come up to you and try and slash you with a pocket knife, and you'd be fine because it's actual leather and it's Kevlar reinforced.
All right.
And you'd be
I'm
good.
gonna actually describe this in a
Does it say from
meaningful way
cats
that's not me being snarky. It's not gonna make it any less dumb. I want to be clear. It's fucking dumb, but it is the thought process here. They want to turn Star Wars and Marvel into lifestyle brands.
They already have.
No, I know they have, but that's their thought process. Okay, which means they want Downies. That's right. We're going to be super bigoted tonight. But Downies who wake up at 6 in the morning, bright and early, to have their carer take them to the store to get the Star Wars jacket to go with their Star Wars T-shirt and their Star Wars jeans and their Star Wars underoos after they have a big bowl of Star Wars flakes in a Star Wars bowl with a Star Wars spoon. That's their audience.
So that's
after the Star Wars Pampers are changed.
Right.
Well, no. You're actually
hold
not
on.
selling lifestyle branding properly, Brown.
So hold on. So my leather jacket, not the vest that I wear typically because it's hot as fuck in North Carolina, but the jacket that I have is actually modeled off of Steve Rogers' jacket from the second Captain America. You know, the leather jacket he wears in that. And you know what? It was designed, the design was based off of it, but it's an actual leather jacket. Like I've gone down, like I've laid my bike down while wearing that jacket, and it's fine.
Yeah.
And I've had it for like 6 years or so. Like my brakes, the front and rear brakes, they seized up. I had to rebuild them, and my whole bike went down on a gravel road. But
you're
hold on, and my jeans and the shoes I was wearing got torn to shit, but the jacket was entirely fine. And it's modeled on, and it's modeled off of the shit, but it's made out of proper leather.
Starting
and it was
point
made
is
wrong.
wrong.
Okay, gentlemen, I gotta go. I hate to leave you so soon. Have a good night. Yeah, something's come up, so we'll talk soon.
I wish Church was here because Church works in fashion, so he can tell you this. Your starting point is that my jacket works. They don't give a shit if the jacket works. If they thought they could get away with selling you a paper cutout that says jacket on it, they do it.
My point though, Rune, is it's essentially the jacket that Captain America was wearing in
but it's not the
Winter
jacket.
Soldier.
It's not. It's not branded Winter Soldier jacket because it's Star Wars jacket.
It's not. It wasn't branded that, but it's basic.
Let's back up. Let's back up for a moment because this is all connected. This is all connected to why the Writers and Actors Guild are demanding more money, because they view the lifestyle branding as a slush fund because the studios are lying to the investors about lifestyle branding being a slush fund.
That's not how that works.
Well, no, it is a slush fund. But do I have to explain to you lifestyle branding again, Ayrton?
Possibly because it's gay.
No. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it to you in Ayrton terms. Lifestyle branding is about how everything is fake and gay, and that you express yourself by becoming part of what's fake and gay. And I'm going to expand on that with smarter stuff so you understand what the fake and gay means.
So you become the fake and gay to escape the fake and gay?
No, you don't.
Is that what?
No, you don't. You become the fake and gay to demonstrate to other people that you're safe because you're part of the fake and gay.
Right. You never get out of the fake and gay. It's about demonstrating your loyalty to the fake and gayness.
Wait, to bring it back to the beginning of the show, this is the mark of the beast. This is the transhumanists, the psychic vampires.
Yeah.
Kinda. So let me explain it this way. So Starbucks, right? Starbucks is one of the key things in Apple. They're two of the people who are furthest down the rabbit hole for lifestyle branding. Apple is not selling you your potato, Ayrton. Apple is saying that we're selling to you. They did sell you potato, but the potato wasn't what they actually sold you.
It was like 12 years ago, but they did sell me my potato.
But the potato wasn't what they were selling you. They were selling you the Apple lifestyle. That you're the kind of person.
They sold me a potato.
No, Ayrton, you.
No, this is serious.
No, Larry, seriously, let me get to it. You, the consumer, at your end, you think I bought a potato, and you're good. Apple, on Apple's end, thinks you sold him a lifestyle, and they
You're a musician, Ayrton. You're a musician, Ayrton.
Wait a minute. Let me finish. And they want to brainwash you into thinking like them that you are your potato.
Yes, but let me go into more detail. You're an artist. You're a creative person, so of course you have to buy the potato from Apple, the iPotato. And when you get the iPotato,
I bought the potato because their software is very easy to use.
No, again,
no, that's part of the lifestyle branding. That's part of the lifestyle branding.
Again, you're thinking from the perspective of the end user. Think outside your box. Think from the corpo end. You don't care if it works.
No, I know that, but
But the thing is, it being easy to use is also but it being easy to use is also part of being an Apple consumer. You want a product that is very creative, but also easy to use and intuitive.
Right, because have you guys ever tried to get a 12-piece band together? It's like herding drunken, retarded cats. You need the easiest possible software to use because most of us musicians are retarded. We can't use shit.
And once you get the Apple Potato for your computer things, then you'll use it to be your media manager for your music because you're a creative person.
My computer is an HP that I bought a few months ago, but it was only like $200. So.
Right, but HP's not trying to sell you a lifestyle. They're just trying to sell you a computer. And that's why it's $200.
Okay.
I mean, I thought I was just getting a phone.
Look, let's take a step back for just a second. I don't want to go off on a different rabbit hole, but I have to clarify this. Microsoft is not a lifestyle brand. Microsoft doesn't care at this moment if you buy Microsoft or not because they have enough market share that they just want you to buy whatever. Sure, buy something that we use, buy something we don't. Not my fucking problem. Okay? Apple, before he passed on,
before Steve Jobs got cancer,
developed what's called a walled garden structure. Okay, so they're a lifestyle brand.
So the Gardens of Babylon.
Yes.
It is a lifestyle brand designed to hook you in. So you're lifestyling now. You're an Apple man, right? And in order to continue,
I'm an Apple guy because that's all I've used. And fuck Android because that's for Europeans and geriatrics.
But in order to continue using Apple, you have to keep buying Apple. You can't upgrade it.
No, you do.
I've bought one Apple product.
Right. You're not fully invested in the lifestyle.
You can't upgrade it. You can't.
You can't.
You can't resell it. If you do any of those things, if you get it repaired out without a Apple licensed repairs location, you're out of license and you actually aren't covered anymore. They have a million ways they have convinced people who breathe through their mouths that Apple is their friend here to help them while limiting their freedom of choice. It's
to be fair, Harley Davidson did the same thing in the early 90s.
Yes. No, Harley Davidson also was involved in lifestyle branding.
Still bad.
Yeah, which is why I'm a BMW and a Honda guy. Although there are some cool Harleys, to be fair. But
and the whole thing with Dylan Mulvaney in Bud Light was about lifestyle branding. Bud Light wants to be the kind of beer that if you drink it, you can say, "Hey, I'm cool with gay and trans people."
I thought that was more like a DEI thing.
No. Well, I mean, yes, DEI and lifestyle branding are interconnected.
Oh, okay.
As is ESG. All three of those things are interconnected.
So are you guys saying that I bought a lifestyle brand but didn't realize I did, so therefore it has no power over me because I don't care.
because you are not a pay pig. You see, for the
Like,
lifestyle brand,
I
is
literally got an
lifestyle-
I got an iPhone because back when I first got one, it was that or BlackBerry. Those were the two options.
You're not
Mhm.
enough of a sucker to keep spending for a product that doesn't do something for you.
So I worked for a company called Publishing Services. And what Publishing Services did is they offered lots of free newsletters. And you know what one of the big things they sold in the free newsletters was?
Do they have a work for home program? Because I kind of hate my job right now.
You don't want to work for them. So what Publishing Services did,
we'll talk.
I'll expand on that in a moment. So what Publishing Services is, they offer free newsletters. The primary thing they sell in their free newsletters is their paid newsletters. And then once you get into the paid newsletters, they sell the premium paid newsletters. And if you get to the premium paid newsletters, they sell you on conferences. And once you get to conferences, they sell you on cruises. And once you get to cruises, they sell you on elite real estate options in foreign countries.
Dude, I'll go on a cruise.
Right, no. But to get to the cruise, you have to be like chilling out like 30, 40 grand a year.
Have you never heard of a timeshare, Ayrton? Because that's basically the structure of a timeshare.
So anyway, when it comes to the lifestyle brand, your lifestyle brand for the Starbucks consumer isn't the person who goes every so often and gets a Starbucks. It's the person who goes once a week, loads up their Starbucks card, gives Starbucks cards out as gifts, etc. The lifestyle brand is
or my family who gets shit for free because my mom and sisters worked there for like a decade.
Yeah. So the Starbucks lifestyle brand is about being a pay pig, but it's also about how you're being a pay pig for Starbucks or Apple demonstrates that you're part of shared values with other consumers. It is literally the Red Letter Media meme: consume product and get excited for next product. Because you lack personality and a soul of your own, so you're using a corporation to reflect a personality that you don't actually have.
So what if I like the idea of like the what is it, the 5th gen Apple Watch? If I could make my phone just a watch, like you know, that's like some James Bond.
You mean
like
Samsung has done for years before Apple got into it?
Wait, you can get just a watch through Samsung without having a phone connected to it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I have to go. I have to find a Verizon store near here.
Apple's like 5 to 10 years behind other phone providers. Always has.
Because I like the idea of the watch thing, but I don't want to have a phone too, right? So I want to just like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have just the watch and no phone, and just have the watch be my phone because cell phones are gay. You know?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna put on my big academician hat for a moment. In the 19th century, okay, advertising was based on being a member of the social elite. Okay, so when you looked at advertising, when you looked at can labels and the like, it always showed either signs of scenes of rustic beauty, you're tasting nature, or it showed very fine people doing whatever you were doing because you're one of the elites now. Okay? And it was, I'm not going to say positive, but it was very passive. Okay? In the post-war, they moved to a model of using psychological tricks to make you a consumer. Okay?
Like talking about peace of mind. If you buy this, you'll have peace of mind.
Right.
Don't you want peace of mind?
Which implies you didn't have it before, right? Because if you don't consume, you're a bad American. Okay?
And you're going to let the communists win.
Right.
You want to let the communists win, Ayrton?
In the 90s, in video games, most famously Midway, okay, it was, do you want to be the cool kid? Cool kids play Mortal Kombat. Spend all your quarters at the arcade playing Mortal Kombat. Here's your Mortal Kombat sunglasses and your Mortal Kombat leather jacket. Okay? Still exploitative, but reasonably passive because they knew on some basic level we're talking about in your free time. You're going to at some point take off your leather jacket and go to school. Okay? But you know you're the cool kid. Okay? That's no longer good enough because we live in the digital era of always online, always connected social media. It's now not enough to buy goods, which is still the goal, right? But to publicly display them in every conceivable visual medium.
So when I deleted like all of my like social and retarded apps off of my phone and downloaded like the Webster's dictionary, a thesaurus, Google
You're a
Translate,
bad American.
like that kind of shit.
It's okay. The social media apps are still spying on you, Ayrton, and still selling your data.
They're still selling your data, and they are not and they're
You
not
mean,
above
you mean Twitter? You mean Twitter and Snapchat? Like I already
No.
know what data
No.
they're selling.
But here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing.
Facebook's still
This is the-
collecting data on you, even if you don't use Facebook.
And this
I
is
don't
the
have a
important-
Facebook.
It doesn't
this
matter.
is-
They don't need
this
you
is
to
the-
have Facebook to get data on you.
But this is the important difference between
Wait,
then and now.
wait. Hold on,
Jesus
hold
fucking
on.
Christ.
I don't have a Facebook. I've never downloaded Facebook.
Right.
I've never.
Do you know anybody who has a Facebook, Ayrton?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, my ex-wife made me a Facebook back when we were in high school.
No.
But I
didn't say your
like,
ex-wife.
deleted
I'm
it.
talking about your Facebook. Do you know any person in your life that you've been around within distance of your cell phone and their cell phone who has a Facebook?
Yeah.
Facebook has used their data on you through that third party to make a profile on you and add it to the profile of you that previously existed when you had a Facebook account.
Look, your aneurysm is not important.
Wait. No, it is important. My aneurysm is important, you fucker.
No, it's fucking not.
These goddamn reptilian globalists
Larry, you keep
trying
saying
to
the
steal
same goddamn
all of our goddamn information.
Ayrton, Larry, you keep saying the same goddamn thing 6 more times. You're still not going to get it.
No, I'm not. Because I'm a fucking boomer.
Okay.
No, Ayrton's in shock because he doesn't realize that all the big corporations are spying on him all the time.
Right. What I'm getting at is
Even if I'm not part of the big corporations, I'm so confused.
Correct.
The difference.
Both of my vehicles are still carbureted. Like, I'm so confused.
The difference between then and now, the key difference is that instead of simply passively absorbing this information and then giving you targeted sales information, which would be nice. I mean, I don't give a shit.
You know, I would prefer if Twitter gave me actual ads I care about, not random ass bullshit.
What they're doing now, through various means, sock puppets, robots, grassroots bullshit, is they're actually saying if you delete your social media, if you don't participate, you're a bad American. And they're saying it to other idiots by saying this person's a bigot, homophobe, sexist, anti-Islamic,
that's
anti-Semite.
right. I am.
Okay? Not even the government. Private corporations are actively telling other consumers
Now, hold up.
based on their investment.
Hold up.
You
Rune,
can't
in
say
fairness,
it's not the government because the government's in bed with them.
In fairness, Rune, the government's involved in that because they use Amazon's data on people as part of the NSA programs. So the government's involved in it as well.
Dude, my Amazon list is like 37 different books and like some camping and motorcycle.
Hold up, Ayrton, again, do you know anybody who has an Amazon account?
Yeah.
Amazon has a profile on any data related to those people that could be connected to you.
I'm just saying that the
Wait. So what Larry's saying is I need to further cut off myself from everybody I've known because I've already
need to go full Uncle Ted if you want to not be spied on by the big corporations.
I mean, I'm like 3/4 of the way there. I live in an RV. I live in an RV on a campsite in an Indian reservation right now.
But Ayrton,
besides mailing bombs to people, I can't go much more Uncle Ted.
No, by full Uncle Ted, I mean going all the way as Uncle Ted in Minecraft.
I mean, I'm like 2/3 the way there.
But the lifestyle brand goes beyond just you're a bad American if you're not participating
No,
in
I'm still
the consumer
hold on.
culture.
I'm still fucked up with the fact that Facebook can take data from me even though I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, and Google does too. If you don't use Google search, Google still.
I know Google is like, sure, Google can look at my porn shit. I don't give a shit.
No, Ayrton. Let's say you were a good boy and you didn't use Google for your browser. Let's say you used Brave and you use all the non-Google browsers. Google can still spy on you the same way Facebook spies on you.
Okay, but again, the shit I Google, like I look up motorcycles. I look up motorcycle sales listings on Google and porn. That's like it. I don't give a shit if Google has that information. But
so Google also then collates that information with your Amazon information, with your Facebook information.
So books and motorcycle gear?
No, not just that. They also collate it with everybody you associate with's data.
So your guys' data. So you fucking assholes are fucking me over in the goddamn algorithm, and you're gonna have me caught by the feds when we reach 1984 Brave New World shit.
We're already there. We're already there. We're already there right now.
Amazon and Google take over shit. It's your guys' fault because I don't do shit. Because I don't do shit on the internet.
Right now,
it's your guys' fault. You guys are part of. You guys are part of the conspiracy. You are reptilians. You are psychic vampires. Sorry,
no. We're already at the Brave New World stuff. We're already at the Brave New World stuff.
Right, we're already at Brave New World in 1984.
Take your Soma, Ayrton.
Because the thing is that by the time you reach that society, you're already a complicit participant without knowing it.
That's literally what the book tells you.
Right. We know the problem exists. We have no capacity at all to remove ourselves from the problem.
To be fair, I didn't know the problem was this bad. So
ignorance is bliss.
So Web 3, Larry, right? Like all blockchain based shit. How does that factor into this equation? Because I'm very curious about it. Like I have a tenuous grasp of what Web 3 is, but
it's not going to.
I fear to say you have a tenuous grasp of reality, but continue.
Yeah, but no, it's not going to.
Shut up, Rune.
Because Web 3 is going to be
used by accurate.
Yeah, but Web 3 is going to be used for the backbone by the corporations. You're not going to be getting access to the good stuff from that, and it's going to be used by the government.
I was just curious, how it intertwines into this. That's more
and
what I
Web
was
3 is going to be used as the backbone for national digital currencies, so the government will be able to spy on all the money you spend and share that with their corporate allies.
The thing is, they've wanted to do that since the beginning.
Well, yeah, I know that. But
there was a push all the way back in AOL days for basically trying to throttle public internet and establish a private internet that didn't have throttling, so that they could keep you out of the good shit and assert the new world order.
But so Larry, and again, my understanding of like how the blockchain works is very, very rudimentary. But how can the mega corporations and government actually throttle and manipulate information based on the blockchain when it's linked directly to your activity on the web?
You're not going to be given access to the blockchain. They're going to have the access to the blockchain. They're going to use it to protect their infrastructure.
But
they're going to use.
I thought so maybe my understanding of Web 3 is incorrect. I thought Web 3 was supposed to be like everyone is part of the blockchain.
That is certainly what they want you to believe.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is fair. This is way again. I still run vehicles with carburetors. I don't understand this shit.
Here's an important qualifier that's going to help. Everyone is available to be involved in the exploitation. Not everyone has access to say whether or not they want to be exploited.
So my wanting to go back to a flip phone and live a very hobbitist Kaczynski type lifestyle out in the mountains with very limited technology is warranted at this point.
I mean,
It's too late, but sure.
It's too
not
late,
too
but
late.
it will give you some comfort for a little while.
I'm also a fairly proficient with firearms.
It's
so.
no. Ayrton,
yeah.
You can be out in the woods. You can be Ted Kaczynski up. Literally live in a shed. Go with God. You can't see the satellite.
Now
You're happy. You're content. You're doing your own thing. You think you're alone. The machine is watching.
But I understand I understand how Faraday cages work, and I understand how to build them.
There is hope, though, Ayrton. You want me to tell you what the hope is? The hope is that there's a global financial crisis that implodes everything.
Oh, please!
Which is coming.
Because
all of this,
hold on,
all
let
of
me
this
take my pants off. I got to
surveillance,
jerk off to this.
all of this surveillance capitalism is funded by the banking and finance system and loose cash.
Yeah.
So all of the corporate real estate that's being destroyed because of COVID and people not returning to work, and all these big urban cities in the United States allowing soft on crime policies, making it impossible for corporate and luxury real estate to have value, could cause the collapse of the global financial system, which in turn would collapse all the venture capital companies once the banks realize they don't have any money.
So
your only hope to be free is to have a massive financial crisis that will cause the starvation and deaths of millions.
I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards that, but
But the deaths and starvations of millions could eventually lead us to something positive.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what happens. I mean, if you look at human history as a whole, going back, like, let's say,
and you know what Carl Schwab calls that? He calls it the Great Reset.
Well, let's go back in human history. Let's say 20,000 years, right? We had undeniably advanced civilizations that were able to do things that we ourselves cannot do these days. Who knows how long?
Well, it's
around.
actually
Hold on.
Very deniable because we don't know a whole lot about what happened back then.
But it's undeniable that they were more advanced than we have understanding for. If
we don't know what existed 20,000 years ago,
right? But
we know what happened 5,000 years ago.
But if you look at the pyramids, Tiwanaku, the Sphinx, Göbekli Tepe, all during Kiru, you look at all these.
There are some interesting questions. There's some interesting questions.
Let me finish. So you go back that long, we had some sort of advanced technology that's undeniable. We don't know what it is. We don't know how they did it. Yada yada yada. Whatever. But something happened that put humanity back tens of thousands of years to a hunter-gatherers society who adopted and took these structures and turned them into memorials and monuments and yada yada yada. Who's to say that's not going to happen again? And I'm okay with that if that happens again. Bring it on.
So two things. One, here's the important qualifier that'll let Larry and Ayrton have their positions equally. Just because we make the argument that ancient societies were more advanced than we give them credit does not intrinsically mean more advanced than we are now. Because that's where everyone makes the jump.
Well, no, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes, it does.
They didn't have fucking microchips, Ayrton.
Also, there are certain
no space Satan worshipping Anubis on the moon.
Hold up. There are certain things that are required for certain kinds of advanced technologies, certain raw materials that exist. And the process of extracting those raw materials leaves evidence that you can see even thousands of years later.
There's things that ancient civilizations were able to do that we cannot do today with modern machinery.
Look,
Machinery,
Ayrton's
therefore
not
making them
saying aliens,
more.
but
No,
he's
I'm not
saying
saying
aliens.
No, I'm not saying
Look,
aliens.
look,
Fuck
look, look.
aliens.
I'm not saying
aliens
it's
are
alien.
faking gay.
But it's
Aliens
aliens.
are faking gay.
Okay, Giorgio. Here's the thing.
But no,
other-
they were able to do and produce things that we cannot feasibly do with our modern technology. Therefore, they were more advanced than us.
No, we can do a lot of things with our with modern technology they could never do. All right,
And they could do things that we can't do. That's
yeah. That doesn't make them more advanced. That means different technologies in parity. PARITY.
differently
look it up.
advanced. Differently advanced. Is that a better term?
It's choppy, but it'll live. The other
But,
point, though, and this is I think the more important one for the collective conversation in the next minute and a half, is I don't disagree with the concept of, quote, the Great Reset, or indeed that a major change needs to happen, because we have been living beyond our means for so long, so high, that it can only explode. I just point out that in our zeal to go, wouldn't it be great if everything reset and we had a zombie apocalypse, Mad Max future? We don't have the same amount of resources, the same amount of infrastructure support opportunities we had 100 years ago, or even 300 years before that.
Well,
okay? There is
see,
no new world to find on this planet to help us bolster our crumbling societies.
Hold up. We don't have enough time to expand on that good topic. We need to put that on the board for another day. Well, no, because it's midnight. I'm going to want to go to sleep here in a bit. I have a good clip. The last link there is a good clip for us to ride the show out on, and then say goodnight to everybody.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Sort of puts a nice bow on everything we've talked about today.
We need church.
Warhammer 40K, really?
We need someone to keep the children in control. Oh, I know this bit.
Face,
good.
Get nose rings. I don't give a
Actually,
fuck.
you would go all the way back to the all the way back to the
You don't
beginning.
give a fuck about.
No, you would go all the way back to the beginning. To the beginning.
All right. I
Beginning of the
thought
clip.
you wanted it at that
No.
timestamp. Okay.
They're
There
just
you go.
ready to die all day, all day ready to die. That is a group of people that were obsessed with combat. You are beyond fucked. They did a fuckload of nuclear testing. You ever see a grown adult beating the shit out of a 10 or 11-year-old? I think you should be able to tattoo your face, get nose rings. I don't give a fuck what you do. Oh, you don't give a fuck about me. They were eating people. Oh my God, I want to kill you. Yeah. Like, do you understand? I want to grab your neck and choke the life out of you. They're super strong and durable for a little tiny thing. And look at him. He's got abs. Big old handsome guy. He probably dicks chicks down for the Lord. Oh, I mean you again. Attractive lesbian with the tattoos.
I do dick chicks down for the Lord.
Jizzes all over you. Big things jacking smaller things. And there's birds snatching things off the ground and snatching other birds out of trees. Yeah. And it's happening all the time. And it's magic. An enormous fat guy with his gut hanging over his belt. And people are saying the new standards of attractiveness for men have been changed. They just decide they're going to fuck you up. Yeah. And they're so strong. They were everywhere, and they had full freedom, the way people do. We have a fucking serious problem. There was these jesters that were giving me the finger. They kept giving me the finger. I'm like, what is this about? I think we're destined to be cyborgs.
Everyone is raving. Mission Impossible.
Good
So-
night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.